Well, I'm Alan Susi Home Improvement. We do full house renovations, 203K loans, and anything pertaining to the home. Basements, kitchens, bathrooms, roofing, siding, windows, doors, etc. From small to large, Alan Susi Home Improvement, we treat the customer right every time. That's us.
You're looking at a total new stairwell here. Whether, and I'm looking, it might embark in on the window. At this point, you're probably better
Well,
off
we had
just...
talked about taking the window out originally, right?
You can leave it in if you want. If I would do it, knowing that the trajectory of the stairs is going to come out at least a foot or so from here, what you do
Just put the deck on
is
this
you
side of
just
the window.
enlarge the landing
this
here
side.
so it encompasses the
window.
window
Okay.
copaesthetically, so that your aesthetics are good.
And then you can
You
change the pitch on the stairs.
Correct. And now you have choice as to where you're going to terminate down here by the pathway. Okay, and you can kind of pick and choose in the landing too a little bit.
All right, so what I would do is I would do just what we said. I would take the wall down. I put a stove there and a refrigerator next to it. Just take the wall down and that's it. And then floor the whole thing one color. Laminate floor all the way across. So there's room for a table in there. It's opened up.
Go over that wood floor?
Huh? Yeah.
Go right over this, yeah.
Right
Oh, no,
over
over there.
Yeah, just
wood floor.
Just put a click floor in.
Quick floor, the whole thing, yeah.
So it's all one. So it's all one room. You take this wall right out.
We're not moving any plumbing.
Right. Leave the sink here. Because what would be good, Paulie, is if we put the refrigerator to one side, put a counter between it, and then put the stove, so there's some working space up by
Absolutely,
the stove.
idea. That's that's neither here nor there. That's basically after you get the fact done, it's just wiring it up that way. You said the gas is here. You put a little cabinet unit in there.
But
on
Yeah, but
top.
if we put a unit in between with a countertop, then we can do cabinets on top of the refrigerator, so there's more cabinet space than just
We can
that.
go right across the top.
Yeah,
And then just have one in the middle.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
and then I think, is that enough cabinet space between this and then that? I think that would be enough, huh?
I think it's fine.
So we don't have to do anything on this wall then.
Right.
Just box this in.
Yeah, I would.
Well,
Pardon
what do
me?
you need for a refrigerator?
3 feet,
36 inches?
right? Yeah.
So there's not gonna be much counter space, it's gonna be a small counter, but it's something.
Where's the 3 feet come?
Well, the
30
from
inches here.
the edge of the wall to there is only, it's 30 inches to here.
Yeah. Well, it's tight. Yeah, there is no room for a counter. Let me see the tape for a second. The stove is over a little bit. You put it even here, and the stove is what?
Stove is 36 and 36, that's 72.
The stove is 30. So here's your stove right here. And you don't, they're gonna be butting each other. There's no room for cabinets.
Well, what he's saying is, which I wanna talk about, is maybe we just turn it into a big ass one family house. That's another option. So if we're gonna do that, then, if you turn it into a big ass one family house, then this is not enough of a kitchen.
Right.
Because we still have that space over there, there's a pantry in there.
Well, that's not a pantry, that's a laundry room. It's got the laundry.
Is that what it is?
Well, if you did that, even on that
Upstairs, they got the same thing.
bearing wall out there,
Yeah.
if you did turn it into a full kitchen, you do knock this wall out, you cut a little pass through in there, you put a table in there that can be your dining room, you're gonna have room for cabinets and maybe an island somewhere,
That's pretty good.
if you were to do that.
I guess you have to make up your mind what you want to do with it first.
Chris.
As far as,
Chris, you should know me by now.
no, I don't.
My number comes like this, it comes after the equal sign.
Yeah.
All my decisions are all to the right of the equal sign. All my decisions are made that way.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like Bill's talking about
Yeah,
right
right.
now. He's gonna tell us exactly what he wants from us because he knows what's right to the equal sign. So, you
Just start with what we got.
give me what you
Yeah,
want,
so we'll
I
start
give it to you.
with the multifamily,
Yeah,
and if the numbers, if I have room, then we'll go into the conversation, well, we wanna make it a one family.
yeah.
Well, I guess you know where you can go because you know what you want to spend.
Yeah, it's just
We
one
have
jump.
no idea where you are
I don't
with
either.
the numbers.
I don't either. That's why I'm trying to figure it out. That's why, in fact, our closing was supposed to be on the 30th. And I didn't sign any addendum paperwork or nothing because I'm a little bit nervous about the house. because
What's
I need
the
to get-
purchase price of the home?
We're still working on that.
What are the comps in here?
We're still working on that. We thought they were 200,000, but all of a sudden we got a comp and they're coming out 160.
The comps are coming out 160?
So, and
That's-
if
that's a big number.
it's at 160, we're out.
It's a
That's
big
why
deficit.
that's why I stopped the contract because that's that's renovation money right there.
Yeah,
It
that's
just
big.
goes out the window and I can't, the house is too ugly to do that.
What do you want to purchase it at?
We don't know. I gotta get your numbers so I can figure it out.
Okay.
Because I gotta
So you
back
need me to know.
So I gotta start with what I think I'd sell it with, yeah. That's a good question.
Need a new toilet.
Well, yeah.
Or at least cover.
My concern is this right here with code.
Yeah.
What's your question for code?
The vanity.
No. That is not code. With a pedestal sink it would be.
The one thing we could do is gut that whole area up from the bathroom to the laundry room and redesign it.
A lot of money.
I know. But this door is opening out instead of in.
You already have a washer and dryer set up, hook up over there. You're jumping and you're jumping at warp speed now with the cash.
So,
Just an idea.
Yeah, you're somewhere
They're all
around-
good ideas.
Right now, you got kitchen, rooms to paint. You know, you're you're right around 5,500 from everything that I see so far. Removing wallpaper, painting, sanding floors, click floor in here. You know, and with a little bit of cabinetry blowing this wall out, and that's at the bargain rate. You know, I'd be normally $8,500, $9,500 for a regular client right now at that point. Be about $665 right now.
this has got a surround in it already, or is that?
That's, oh, I'm sorry. There's a surround, yeah, this has got a surround in it. I would put a new set of doors, clean it up, or just hang a curtain. And paint this room, put a pedestal sink.
So you leave the surround in there? Just
Well,
leave it the way it is?
yeah, the surround walls, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would. You know, because otherwise, I'm already reading this as you need to keep the numbers down as much as possible.
So,
You gut and do this bathroom, you're gonna spend 6 Gs.
so do a
Pedestal.
pedestal, a new
Yeah,
floor, and a toilet.
right. So we're in and around 9 Gs for the whole downstairs right now. Okay? Your outside stairwell's gonna be somewhere in the $7,500 to $8,500 range.
What?
Depending on what you do.
Oh my God, call 911.
Yeah, we'll call them now. You got all of them? Do you have a count?
I just know they're $125 each, that's all I know.
Around 28. Or it could be less.
Yeah, that's
$1.25 installed.
That's
$1.25 installed.
Huh?
$1.25 installed. That's the number I got.
Where do you buy it?
Bless you.
Dude, you got more rooms up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put them in for 125, but I'm not buying them for 125.
Come on.
Home Depot's 140 to 180 dollars a window. Go check
But I'm
them
not
out.
going to Home Depot. I'm going to you and you buy them
You can
wholesale.
go. I can buy them.
You buy them
the
for
cheapest.
$55 a piece.
The cheapest window right now. Right now.
$55 a piece.
No. So
You gotta get
Silver
it back.
Hardware, right there in Hartford, cheapest as you can go. We tried buying one. You can go like this, and you feel the breeze on the inside of the house. Okay, and they're getting $1.50, $1.40 a window.
How much a window usually?
No, if you're going to go through Harvey, figure right around a deuce, 180 to a deuce, depending on what you
So
get,
that's the
grins
right
or
number I
whatever.
was fucking with.
Yeah.
That's the right number.
I will literally install them for 125 a window, no matter where they fucking
So if it's
get
if it's $1.80 a window, 200 a window, then that's fine. So for mathematical purposes, if there's
3.25 to 3.5 buys the window and puts it in.
So 28 windows.
oh, it's not $200 installed.
Oh.
Well, listen to my methodology here.
I know it, I think.
Tell me.
Well, you want your price and go to the right. I mean, that's basically
No,
it.
no. If I don't side it and I put windows in and I paint it, there's an upside.
In this case, I
Or
think,
maybe do I not put the windows in and then side it? And that's kind of,
I think in this
I
case-
don't think you can get away with not siding it and not doing windows, because I think that's gonna affect our price tremendously.
Right, yeah, right.
So I think it's
But-
either we do one or the other, and I think the windows
That's-
are lesser of the two
Well,
evils.
you already got several windows that need repair anyway, so you're already onto that path,
Right.
that right path of thinking.
Your
Okay.
siding.
But honestly,
Looking good
I'm not breaking your balls. Honestly, I've had a lot of windows replaced for 2.25 window with
Yeah.
windows.
Well, no, I don't, yeah, I can't, there's no way, I can't buy them for that. I can buy them for that, but I can't put them in for that. Do the math. You do the math. So if I'm buying for 200, how am I putting it in for a quarter when I used to sub it out, they used to give me 60 a window, and then 25, that's to drop the window, and then 25 to trim the exterior. I bought my own coil, so do the math. It's still $75 a window. Subcontractor. And they're quick numbers, Bill. If you're looking between 25 and 30 for all your interior remodel, 10,000 on windows, that puts you at 40. Then you do the paint on the outside with the set of steps. You'd be looking, I can tell you right now, and Chris was spot on when we first walked up. He said with his experience, I haven't even walked inside, but I can already tell you we did one walk around, he said between 45 and 55, and that's where you're at now in totality. Well, right off the rip, you're somewhere in that area. If you're going to change the windows, paint the exterior, do the stairwell, fix the porches, and come up through the house the way you are, without major electrical, without major heat, without major plumbing,
We need
electrical issues.
Some electrical for sure, I mean,
Now,
there's a certain knob and tube in that thing. I
so
don't know how much more
if
here.
you're at a top end with me at about say 50 to 55, and you know you're going to spend some money with the knob and tube, you know, I don't know, a
60 is
basis
pretty
of 10, I don't know what the electrical is going to end up. So you got to be right in your minds between 55 and 65 anyway. So your purchase price has got to be based on that number, I believe, right off the rip. And if it don't even come close, then don't waste my time and don't waste your time. Other than that, let me know.
Let's go look at the electrical downstairs. So we don't need electrical.
Your electrical's okay, yeah. It's,
Somebody's
see
got
knob
some
and tube
rewiring,
here.
so hopefully they rewired at least.
So I was like mid-40.
Yeah, but that's where we ended up. I said the range was mid-40s to mid-50s, so between 45 and 55. 1,000 is what I'm thinking in totality. And at the end of the day, as I said to you before, it's always nice when the house flipping guy and the contractor have a similar way of thinking when it comes in terms of where the estimating, where the renovation price is going to be.
Good. So just put it to pencil.
Yeah.
Get a good number. Surprise me with 41.
Yeah, right.
And I'll say yes.
All right.
I won't sign anything. I'll just say yes, start next week.
All right, nice. Alan Susi Home Improvement. My number is 860-657-6462. Email Alan, ALAN _ Susi, SOUCY @ yahoo.com.
How much for estimates?
Free estimates.